Okay, so let's start painting a feather using our flow techniques. So the first thing we'll do is fill our feather in with just clean water. I'm using a little bit of a larger brush, a number 8, and I'm just filling in the space with water. And remember my technique of using a little too much water to begin with to help to really saturate the paper and navigate those tricky edges. Once you have your feather fully wet, then you can start to use your brush as a mop and just pull out any puddles that you see. So you'll dab your brush onto your paper towel and continue that process until all the puddles are gone. At this point, you should have a nice consistent wetness on your feather, but no puddles. If you pick up the paper, you won't see anything running or moving around. It'll just be shiny and wet. Start by getting yourself a nice watery, intense puddle of paint and fully load your brush full of color. Once you tap it on the paper, just let your imagination take over. Let your brush dance over the paper, skip around to different areas of the feather, and really just get lost in the flow. You want to be sure to leave white space in between your places of intensity. This really gives a nice visual effect, especially when we come back and start decorating and adding enchantment. Once you've got your feather pretty well filled with color and light spaces, then you can rinse your brush off, dab it off on your paper towel, and just start to kind of clean up some of the edges using that mop technique, or by reloading your brush back into paint, you can come back into the places that are still wet and add more intensity. Remember to stop painting at some point. With watercolor, you can overwork areas, and what happens is everything starts to just look the same. So you want to make sure to leave areas white, leave areas intense, and just let watercolor do its thing. By letting your painting dry and not overworking it, you're going to be amazed at the absolutely beautiful effects that it creates as it dries. Once we start decorating and adding enchantment, it really just becomes its own little masterpiece. I can't wait for you to try it.